Hello. I think I'm on. Well, all right then. Okay, so this is going to be, I'm going to try to make this as quick as I can. Um, so I brought you to my failed project. So I wanted to make this big, huge, cool observation tower that could be reached by rail. Um, you can see the rail lines um, there, and this is a failed project. I did not go through with it, but it's a good starting spot because of where I want to go next. So let's check this out. So one of the first things that I did when I got into this world um, was wall off this entire town so that I could use it as a villager breeder, pretty much. So down there we've got a carrot farm, and I've got a setup here where, oh, hello, um, where we've got the villager there who farms carrots, and this chunk isn't loaded very often, so it unfortunately it's just too far away from my base. Um, but I wanted to build my mall there, um, out of distance in my base, so that I didn't have to deal with the lag. So, but basically he picks the carrots, but his inventory is already full of seeds, so he can't pick up any carrots, so they just lay on the ground. And then as soon as the minecart comes by, it picks up the carrots and then it deposits them in there. So, oh, okay, well, it has worked a little bit, so that's good. So I've got carrots, and that's just to make golden carrots. So we've got that. Down here is my villager breeder. I'm 100% sure that it is very full, but there's probably so many villagers. I just, like I said, I don't come by here very often. But those two make the bebes, and then the bebes go through, and then I can pick them up. Oh yeah, and there are no mob in here at all. So I lit up the entire area and walled it off so nothing can spawn, which is pretty cool. Um, so yeah, so basically, yeah, these are all my villagers, and then I just take a cart and I go like that. I press the button, and then it sends the villager up into the Halo loading system that I have built for. So you can see that there's like a track that goes all the way around this building. And what it does is I just load run the track over to there, drop the minecart in, break the minecart, and then on the other side, um, up here. So, and then this is where I have all my workstations and my villagers. So under all these is a magma block because they won't self-harm, so they won't walk onto the magma block. So I can drop them in there, break the mine cart, and they won't run away. There's just fence posts in between them so that they can still talk, but apparently that's still too tall. So I don't really get the benefit of having that. But this is the cool part. So I've got a bunch of stone workers for clay because clay is super easy to get. So I can just get emeralds like that, and then I've got all of my big books. So like efficiency 5. Um, I'm not going to go through all these, but mending for 10. It's nothing. Fortune 2. That guy's a loser. Unbreaking 3. Respiration 3. Punch 2. Silk touch. That was a good one. So anyway, so I've got 3 floors of these guys, and they have all the books that I need. So I can just go through and re-enchant stuff or enchant stuff whenever I want. So that's this whole area. And like I said, I built it away from my base so the lag wouldn't happen. Because I've had in the past, I've had I've built worlds that I had to actually like stop playing in because the lag was so bad. So I did a lot of kind of self work to make sure that that didn't happen again. But like I said, I built that really early. So let's head over to the base, or yeah, we're gonna head over to this sky farm first. So you'll see the base start coming in there. I'm going to try to avoid it so that I can show it off like I'm awesome. So you see the box up there is for AFKing. And then this here, this whole area, this is a creeper farm. It's all done in tinted glass, and then I ran out of tinted glass at one point. So, but anyway, you do that whole thing, and then you come in here and go down, and it does spawn a couple other things because it's not like a straight creeper farm, but it does make mostly creepers. So they spawn, and then there's an etho hopper clock up top, and that uh, spreads water out, and then the water uh, pushes the up there, so it comes down there, pushes all of the mobs, creepers, whatever, off down here onto the magma blocks. They slowly die. The water pushes everything toward those magma blocks, and then then you can see it's on a timer, so it just popped again. But uh, but yeah, and then they die, and then the minecart picks it up, and then it goes in there, and this is my chicken, and I uh, I have a thing. I constantly throw eggs, so. So one of the cooler parts of this base that I thought, because it's the first time I've ever really done this, I normally venture a little ways, but this right here, this is spawn, like this is world spawn right here, um, at those coordinates, 224, 342. So basically, whenever I died early in the game, I just got to come right back here, which was great because I never venture very far to start, just so that I don't have to go very far when I die. But threw an ender chest down so that I'd always have what I needed. And one of the things in there is my oops box, and I've got basically just kind of a second set of armor. Um, we'll do fireworks now so that I'm ready to go. Oh, yeah, and Elytra's fine. So. So we got that, and let's go to base. So one of the reasons that I built the base where I did is because there was a natural shipwreck right here, and I've kept it. Uh, my original base, I hope you laugh a little bit, is this. It was an umbrella that caught on fire, which was a ton of fun. So we did that. This whole area in here has gone through 3 renovations. So, but this is the latest one. I redid this whole area. This raft was originally my base. It was just kind of home base where I had everything set up. This was only 2 wide. This was 1 wide. Like I've done a lot of work on that. Um, and then over here, down here originally was my original storage room. Um, I had it down here, and I thought that looked kind of cool. It was nice to go down there to get my stuff. But since I've uh, upgraded my storage room, I don't need that anymore, so I haven't figured out what to do with it. Got a brewing area with all of my stuffs um, and all of my ingredients uh, and a lot of stuff that I find. Got an enchanting area um, with all the things that I need. Oh, and Riptide 3. I'll go put that in the library while we're here. Um, so we got all that. And this was redone also. This was just kind of a flat hut, whatever. None of this was the way that it was. So, and then I planted some trees on top, which I thought was kind of cool. And it looks cool on the map, on my little map I have in my bedroom. So, um, this is a big old smelter area, so I can cook all the things that I want. And this is a bud-powered kelp farm that I had to shut down because it doesn't produce enough kelp and it doesn't burn enough. So I have to manually set it up. Um, and I just went through a big cook on it. So there isn't any kelp to cook, but basically I just used the right one. I transfer from the left to the right. I always wanted to expand this so that it was like 5, 6, 7 layers tall, and change where the how the how the bud system worked so that it went a little bit more so that it just generated more kelp than it does in a single swoop. But I never did. So, and it's honestly, I have more fuel out of it than I need. So we'll just take a quick look at that. So yeah, every time kelp grows, um, it just this thing pushes out, and kelp grows super fast. So there's just constantly kelp pushing out of here, and then it funnels toward the middle, and it goes down into the smokers. So, but there it goes. Oh yeah, oh that was perfect. Okay, cool. Um, and then I believe on the other side you can go up. All right. No, no, no. But yeah. Anyway, so that's my kelp farm. That works out quite well. It's fueled my whole game, and I've never had to worry about fuel, which is nice. Oh, well, there it is. Just to take a look at it from above. I never did anything with this. I built it super early game because uh, I hate fighting for fuel. I hate using coal because I have to get it all the time. Same with charcoal. I hate having to deal with it. Um, so yeah. So before we go into the properties, whoop, eggs. I do like eggs. Once in a while, I'll throw two, and then the second egg will hit the baby chicken. That always makes me laugh. Oh, there we go. There's another one. Um, so wool farm. Um, this has created so much damn wool, so much wool. Like uh, I had to shut it off. It's mostly shut off now. So these are just Lucy's. Jeez. Um, there's another one. Yay. But basically, it just kind of the the sheep do their thing, and then every time they eat the grass, the there's an observer that sets off the dispenser for the shears. Wool falls, these carts pick it up, and then I get wool, and I have a lot, like a lot of wool, like too much wool. Um, I thought I would use it more, and then I didn't. So um, this is my apparently Enderman farm. What the heck? Um, Geez, Enderman. I have a lot of Enderman that spawn that that come through. So, but yeah, you can see here. I had to shut this off too. Just so so much honey and so much wax. Um, but these guys all do their thing. They pollinate the carrots. I can go in there and harvest carrots all the time because they're just constantly um, fertilizing or pollinating the carrots, so they grow super fast. But yeah, and then on the outside, I built this like kind of diorama, which I thought was kind of neat and fun. And it was just kind of a fun build. Uh, so I got that. Um, you can see like on the outside, it's just kind of flat trees and the sky and the sun because I wanted them to feel like they were outside. There's clouds. Ooh. Um, but yeah, this worked out really well. So whenever the uh, whoops, hold on, let me just make sure that I didn't mess that up. Yep, I'm good. Okay. Um, so yeah, so whenever the hives fill up, I either dispense a bottle or I chop of the chop of the beeswax. So and then down here is where uh, everything gets picked up. So it drops into there where I have, as you can see, fart George. Um, you're stuck there now, George, buddy. Where I have all that. So then I've just got a place to grow bamboo. Oh, almost forgot about this. This was a fun little thing. So I built a dam with a little reservoir. So up here, you kind of go through. I like that. And then it comes down here, and then it comes down here, and then it goes down here. Woo! And then this was all like I man-made all this, so it wasn't really there. But I built that dam, and it looks like the dam is always unloading into this little river, and it goes out into the bay, which I thought was pretty cool. Um, I've got my cows. I try to eat steak mostly. It's my preferred thing, but whenever I go adventuring, I do care golden carrots. So, and down here, got a vine farm, got a cocoa bean farm. Um, this was supposed to be something else, and it didn't work. Now I can make clay out of it. I think you put mud on top, and then it drains the water out, and you get clay. And then I got vines there, so that I can do that, and mushrooms that I just kind of stuck down here, and then they started growing, so that was perfect. But as you can see, bloop, bloop, and another wart. Oh, and I have soul speed on my boots. So, oh yeah, so we got that. Now that whole area there, that was my original kelp farm, because I built one that failed early, and so I dug out this whole area was a kelp farm. It was huge, and I tried to engineer it myself, and it didn't really work out that well. So I watched a bud farm tutorial, and that made it work a lot better. So it's not playing in the dark. Worst case scenario. All right. So then we got my barn. Barn's where I keep all of my stuff that I grow. So got all that. We got this guy up here. I got bone meal seeds, bamboo. Yep. And uh, pumpkin and beetroot seeds. I've never grown a beetroot. So, and then I have my hayloft. Um, because and this is one quick way to go. Here, so tiny little farm there. This is where I keep my bamboo now because I'm lazy and I don't care, and there's so much of it. But eventually, I might want to build with bamboo, and I want to be able to have a bunch. So I also made my dam functional, like it works for me. So we got this here, and that's my wheat farm, and I go like this, and it pushes all the wheat and the wheat seeds down to the end, and then I turn it off, and oh no, okay, good. So let's get some seeds because I have to replant it. Two, I think it's 3 stacks, and there'll be some left over. But yeah, as you can see, it makes a good amount of wheat, and it's easy. So it all just funnels right down into that. Um, so sorry, I'm gonna bore you to death as I do this real quick. Fast forward about a minute. Takes about a minute. So um, I just lost one, didn't I? Yeah, I've lost several. Okay. Well, I don't have a hoe. Well, I have a hoe with me, but I'm not getting it out. We're not fixing it. I don't care that much. Block pick. Uh-oh. Did I just Oh my God, please don't screw it. Okay, good. Okay. Um, keep going. Yeah, I've had terrible mic issues, so and I'm using a different headset right now because I've had such bad mic issues lately. Um, so hopefully that works out. I just don't want it to fail halfway through or anything because I don't want to. I don't want to do it again. All right, and in the interest of time, we're just going to drop these in this chest so that that's all done. That's all planted and ready to go. And I have another egg. Okay. So let's check out the base proper. So, um, yeah, like this little thing over here, this shipwreck was my original base. Still got my furnace in there. I got some little odds and ends, music discs, some flint and steel. This is where I keep all of my suspicious stew uh, for absolutely no reason. It's not stackable. I never use it. So, oh yeah, and I use that as a sugar. But I thought that this looked really cool when I made it. The roof kind of slants in, and the water comes down, so it looks kind of cool. Now there are things here that you won't see on purpose. I have made sure. Well, I didn't even think about it. It's just that I make them very small. These are all my dragon heads. Put them all out there. Meh. There's my dock. And you can just walk right on in. So a couple of entrances automatically closes the door. I got all this. And I really like this little house. This house has served me very, very well. Um, one of the tips that I got was that, because I had a lot of trouble decorating, and they were like, well, then just decorate a smaller area, because I'd always used to build these huge areas. I'm like, what do I do with it? And they're like, well, maybe you should build something smaller. So I did. So this is my little house, and I really like it. Got my sinks and my stove and my breakfast nook, and this is my bedroom up top here. Um, yeah. Meh. Um, so yeah, got all kinds of little things here. This is the map of the base, as you can see, and just kind of I use it as kind of artwork in here. So, but the cool part is this, because all this actually doesn't. Oh yeah, that's a what do they call it? Phantom farm. You just anytime I'm up too late and I get attacked by a phantom, I go in there. Then they come down and they get stuck in the cobwebs, and I murder them. And I get phantom membrane, so that I can make potions and heal elytras, even though I don't heal elytras. So yeah, that was my secret entrance. Um, this is my secret entrance to the cool part of this. I really hope I closed the door. Did I? Yep. Okay. So I've got a lodestone there, so that that's where my compass points. I have a compass that points there just in case something bad happens. But as you can see, it's kind of neato. So this button opens my door, and we'll go into here first. So uh, this is my map room. Um, Almost complete, but not quite. As you can see, there's three there that aren't good. But in Java, you can put flags up, and you can name the flags, and then you touch the map to them, and the map markers come out. You can't. You can kind of do that in Bedrock, but this is by far my favorite difference between Java and Bedrock. So this is us right here. Um, and this was the monument that I destroyed. I went in and I got everything. And then these monuments here I've also uh, done up uh, just to get sponges and stuff. And I was super lucky because there's a mansion like so close. So I actually started out in a really good spot. Um, and then later we're going to go from here to here. This is where I'm building my mega base. And it's still in very early stages, but it's a mega base and I'm an adult, so it's taken me like months just to get to where it is. And it's just a lot of work. So, but you'll see what I mean when we get there. But yeah, I really like this room. I thought it came out really cool. I got an idea to use blackstone in it from one of my buddy's kiddos. Uh, he said that that was his favorite, so so we did that. But um, yeah, everything's pretty neato here. I really like the look of this room. As a matter, I really like the look of a lot of the stuff that I've done here. I took my time, so um, so then we go from there to let's go put the book away. So that's a trident. Yeah, that's riptide. So this is the library. Um, As you can see, it's kind of neato. Good texturing. It comes out into So, and before you ask, yes, this is a survival world, and if you don't believe me, some other time I will do one where I get an achievement. Because if you cheat, then you lose the ability to get achievements. Um, and I can still get achievements, and there's a lot. I'm not an achievement guy, so I haven't tried to get many. So there's still a lot of really easy ones that I could just pop out and get. I think one of them is taming a horse. I've never tamed a horse in this world. So yeah, so enchanting area, and then just a huge library. And it doesn't show up, like you don't like see it right away, but one of the coolest parts is this ceiling. It's technically a hanging ceiling, which I thought was really, it was a lot of fun to do. It makes it look really neat. But it's one of those little details that most people don't notice. Um, so so yeah, so that's my library. Um, and all those barrels in there, those had all my enchanted books and everything. I make sure to organize them. I still touch a lot of my stuff with ores, and then I line them all up in here, and then I go through with my fortune pickaxe and break them all and get everything. They're just easier to carry out in the wild. This is my forge. This one took forever, and I don't like it. I like the inside. I like the center. I think it looks cool, but the outside, I don't really like. I think I could have done better with that. Um, but yeah, I just have a bunch of cool stuff in here. We've got um, you know, everything kind of hanging and looking neato. Deep slate coal, which is super rare. So whenever I get some, I save it. And we got that. Now down here, I got frustrated. So I mean, the room is mostly done. You can see I was trying to do the ceiling in. Oh no. Oh, I forget the name of it. Anyway, I lost patience. And then these just never fill up. I did something wrong. I've done something wrong here because I've I've AFK'd here that none of these have ever filled up with lava ever. And I wanted it to be a lava farm so that I could have buckets and do cool stuff. And I can't because my lava farm don't work. Burp. Um, so yeah, so that was a lot of fun to do. Um, like I like the idea of it, but I don't like the look of it. I just take it. Um, so then we get to the coolest thing so far. This is uh, my storage room. So one of the coolest parts of my storage room is 100% not spawnable. Nothing can spawn in here just because of how I did the floors. Um, and I think that is super cool. Um, and the lighting system up top makes it so it kind of runs around and runs back like that. Like I don't know. I think that's neat. So, but yeah, everything's labeled. And I've got a trash can here. Uh, basically just everything. I mean, you want it, I got it. Uh, so yeah, there's just a few things that I don't have. But this isn't for the most part, and I just got a conduit. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Um, it's going to make it so much easier to deal with. Um, I'm just going to be able to roll monuments now, which is nice. Um, so yeah, so this is all of the quote unquote regular stuff. That conduit is actually probably the most worthwhile thing here. But over here in the corner, I have my secret. So down here at the bottom of my spiral staircase, it looks like I got lazy and stopped, right? It looks like that. But behind this, there's a secret lever that stops the lava flow there. Down here, I have something super cool. This, yeah, how cool is that, right? This is my treasure room. Um, this took forever, and I love it. I think this is super cool. So this is all of my redstone stuff right here, so that I can just pick out redstone stuff. Um, I actually just got a whole bunch of iron just to make those. But I've got, you know, rail, got repeaters, got enough redstone, but I need more pistons, observers. I've even got target blocks. Um, I've got everything. So, uh, so yeah. So this is all the good stuff. All the good stuff, baby. Um, then over here, I've just got unstackable stuff that I can't craft. So just lots of it. Done a lot of done a lot of world stuff. This whole shulker box full of saddles. Um, here's my diamonds, my emeralds. Okay, that's my one wither skull. I don't have any in there. I need two more because I really, 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 really want to do the thing. Shulker shells. Um, it's my hearts of the sea, elytras, and oh, these are the new templates um, and patterns. So, so that's cool. But these are all my elytras. Plus, I've got a bunch in my ender chest so that I can use those. I got the Aaron Sheriff relic, and I got the Samuel Airberg #5. I think that's the one that you make with the fragments from the deep dark. So I got that. Um, that's pretty neato. These are just all enchanted tools, enchanted swords, enchanted armors that I found in my travels. And then here, these are the cool things. Got goat horns. Oh yeah, baby. I got pottery shards, gilded blackstone, echo shard, spectral arrows, netherite. Um, is all my netherite. Is my notch apples, um, and an extra set of sponges. I already have. I have a set of sponges in my ender chest because in case I need them. But there's some extra in there, and they're not. I can't farm those. I can't get those unless I go on a quest. Um, so those are valuable. So yeah, so that's my secret room. And then I mean I guess this whole thing is kind of secret, but we'll go this way. There we go. Oh yeah, and sometimes I don't want to go down there, so I just put stuff in there until I want to go down and deposit it. So then we'll go through here. See, that's all the rooms. So there's two ways up. That's how I close my door. Um, so there's two ways up. There's this way. This comes up next to the brewing station from before, which I guarantee you didn't notice, but yep, there's a glass tube under that. And then here goes up into my train station. That the train station's pretty cool, but I haven't done anything with it. If I ever want to, it's cool, but yeah, I mean, I think it looks pretty neato. But this is where those tracks went to. This is where those led. And then under it is actually the most ridiculous mob farm because everything's so lit up that the mobs just spawn all on the. See if I can see. Yeah, see, they spawn all along the legs and everything down below. So that gets a little bit nuts. Um, but yeah. So okay, so this is the base. Um, And then we'll go to the nether, right? I think so. I think that's all the things. Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of like working stuff, but I'm not, we're not doing that. So this is my little nether hub. Um, it brings me to the places that I need to go. So this brings me right out into the open air. And this is a big, huge open area. So that's good. Um, this brings me to a spot where they call them, where like wither skeletons and stuff. I forget what they call it. Is it a fortress? I think it's a fortress. So that brings me to one of those, and then this way, I don't even remember. Oh, this brings me to oh oh I don't want it. I think that brings me to the deep dark. Because I have a deep dark entrance. This way is more important because this brings me straight from my um from my base that I mean technically it's my main base right now. I mean I'm still running out of it until I get my mega base set up. So, but this brings me to the mega base. This will be quick because it's just such a big project. That it looks like I haven't made any progress. I've made so much progress. So so let's see if we can do this from afar so that it looks totally badass. See what we can do. As night is falling. Sweet. Okay, so we're way up in the clouds. You ready? Oh yeah, it's the dome. Okay, so the dome, and then that's where we came out right there. Okay, the dome is huge. Okay, takes 8 stacks glass to get around right now. So much work. I built this pathway that goes down whoop, to this little observation deck because I needed a little break. Um, and that looks pretty sweet right now. Uh, So we got that going just to have something to start up. I'm going to have my main base taking up this side over here, and then down here, this is where I'm going to have my storage system. So I'm going to have an auto sorter. Um, it's it, I need one. If I'm going to be moving all that stuff, then I need an auto sorter. So we're doing that, and that's just the end of that. But yeah. So and then this. Remember when I said we were going to the mega base? This is the mega base, and we're right in the middle of it, or the flag's up there, I think. So then this is where we are, and then this is the map that I've done so far. I found another mansion. Haven't rated it yet, but there's another mansion down there. There's another entrance to the deep dark right there, which is cool. This ocean is just teeming with monuments. And then this is the biggest mushroom island I have ever seen. Um, so that's going to be super cool. Uh, but yeah, this is something that I noticed today because I use dirt as a placeholder when I'm doing this. And then later I get rid of it and replace the bottom with glass. But it makes really cool patterns. Isn't that neat? I mean, it almost makes me want to have kept it the whole time and like done like a different colored glass. And if I had to do this all over again, I think that's exactly what I do. It's just use like a black glass or a blue glass or something something that would contrast, probably black. Um, and then you'd be able to see that pattern along the whole thing. And I think that would look super cool. But yeah, so so yeah, eventually this is going to be all nice and full of all of my cool stuff. I'll build a little town. I'll ship in some villagers because there's a village right out there, I think, just kind of just beyond the horizon. Um, and I mean, this whole place is it's all open caves. Like this is a really good spot. I'm doing something cool here. So those are all iron, by the way, and then it's soul lanterns and iron uh, fencing to hold those up. But yeah, this is going to be really something. So, uh, so yeah. So that's me. Hold on. Hi. Um, so yeah. So look forward to joining you in the SMP server, and we'll chill soon, man. So thanks for having me on, and I'll talk to you later. Uh, uh, bye.